Yeah, and you know, for people who are in different areas and might not understand, we come from the era of we were growing up during that stop and frisk moment that Giuliani put in place. So when Nas is in the rhymes talking about Giuliani, like that comes from young black men in urban inner city environments, in the hood, in the projects, really having a tough time with police just really being extra about it. I can't tell you how many times police done threw me up against the wall or stopped me or frisked me, and during those times I was either in college and in grad school. I remember one time Gotti was like, really, like, yo, that's our man. He goes to Harvard. He not doing nothing crazy. Like y'all, like y'all, him, like he's the one you gonna stop.
I mean, yeah, right. I mean, and you was in Harvard and came from Harvard and all of that. Like I had a crazy story with them. Like, so that's why I'll be like, they be like, yo, can we search you? I'll be wanting to be like, kid, like I'm good. Like I don't want you to search me. Cause I remember when me and P was teenagers, we was coming from my father's crib, and I forgot where we was going, but we walking, and I forgot something at my pop's crib. So I was like, yo, oh shit, let's go back. I forgot such and such. So we turned around to walk to go back to my pop's crib to go get something. But little did I know, there was police in front of me when we was walking, and I had turned around. So the police thought that I saw them, and I turned around. So these niggas caught up to me. I didn't even know that they was trying to catch up to me. So they caught up to me and was like, hey, get on the wall. So I'm like, I'm a teenager, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even selling drugs, no nothing. I'm like, what's up? Like, you know, I think I'm good. I'm straight. Get against the wall. Da-da-da-da-da. What you was doing? I was like, what you talking about? I'm just going to my house. They're like, nah, you saw us and you turned around. I'm like, I didn't even see y'all. Like, I mean, I literally did not even see them. I swear I didn't see them. So I was like, huh? They was like, turn the fuck around. So now they searching me. I was like, I don't got nothing on me or whatever. You know, just being a smart ass teenager, like, I don't got shit, whatever. They said, oh yeah? What's this?
Yeah.
Son, I turned around. I said, that's not Buzz. They was like, yeah, right. That's what they all say. I said, oh shit. Yo, I was bugging out. I'm like, these motherfuckers actually put something in my pockets. I was like, good thing my sister was coming around at the time. My stepsister, she had been walking by. She's like, what you doing to my brother? What you doing to my brother? And they kind of like threw the police off. Right. So they was like, man, they was like, give us your name. And wrote it down. And was like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, yo, son. Yeah. So you got to understand why a lot of people would be sugar the police. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas they could be, I respect the police. I'm just going to, off the bat, I'm just going to say that. There's more good cops than bad cops. You understand what I'm saying? I believe that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's just that sometimes you have interactions with, they're human beings. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
Right.
You know, and some of them, you don't know their agenda. But that's the dealings that some of us have with the police now. Is that a reason to be like, you know, fuck the police or defund the police? Like, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see a neighborhood defunded of police. You know, that means that, you know, okay, then let us all have guns then, if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, because so we can protect ourselves. Then okay, then fuck it. You know what I mean?
So I say this all day. Like, I respect the police, and I'm a civilian. Like, if something goes down, I'm calling 911. I want y'all to come here. I pay taxes. I work legally. I want you to protect and serve me and mine when we are in danger or in jeopardy, right? I'm also grown up knowing that one bad cop can dismantle what 10 or 15 or 20 good cops are trying to do. And that's cool, that's usually how it is. but when we have these conversations about the police, I think especially, you know, people from our era, when we came up in that Giuliani stop and frisk, there were no body cameras, there were no cell phones and cameras, like you wasn't able to record on the spot like how you are now to diffuse situations. So that's why sometimes with some of these situations, it's just it feels real extreme. I mean, DJ Drama is one example. The other example that is the recent one is BG comes home from jail. I think he did 10 or 11 years. And what the Fed said to him is that he has to, as part of, I don't know if he's on parole or probation, I forget what it is that he's on, but it's in that window of time where he's not locked up, but he's not, you know, considered a completely free, you know, citizen, right? He's got to submit his song lyrics to the feds if he's performing music or if he's making new music.
Say it ain't so.
He's got to submit the lyrics, and their argument is that the lyrics from his other music are counterintuitive to the philosophies and tenets of rehabilitation. So
really?
he's got to submit the lyrics to be able to either make a new song or either perform one.
So wait, he's on parole?
I don't know if it's parole or probation. Let me see if I could.
Because if he's not on parole or probation, he's rehabilitated. He did his time, so he shouldn't be under the thumb. But he must be on parole if he still got a. Okay, cool. Yeah, when you under their thumb, pretty much anything that they say, motherfucker, goes. You know what I mean? You under their thumb, but I think they reaching, and just trying to inject themselves into what I'm writing. I think that's a reach.
And here's the other thing too: is you're talking about, and I see both sides of it. So if you listen to BG and his music and Cash Money, like they were talking about a lot of things, right?
As they should. Go ahead.
Now we also know that BG, to a certain extent, as a rapper, he's an entertainer. So the livelihood that BG went to jail with just so happens to be a livelihood that he can come home from jail and capitalize on. Like he can support himself, support his family in a way that most people can't. So if he submits these lyrics and you say, well, no, you can't perform at, just hypothetically, I don't know if this happened, but let's just say, yo, you can't perform at Essence Fest. Yo, you can't perform at Coachella. So what? Cash Money has an anniversary. You can't do that. How are you supporting his rehabilitation and his re-entry into the world from jail, and you're not allowing him to do the one legal thing that he knows how to do well?
Because they don't care about rehabilitation. It's a front. It's a lie. They want him to fail. They want to put him back. They want to make it hard for him. You know what I'm saying? They want to demoralize him. They want to do all of these things to make it hard for him as a man, so he could end up back where he was. You understand? They want to stress him out. You know what I'm saying? Start a little drinking. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get nice. And then, you know what I'm saying? The bad decisions come. That's what they want you to do, ultimately, at the end of the day. Because, bro, did my lyrics get me here in jail? I don't think so. So why the fuck you give a fuck about my lyrics? You understand what I'm saying? Leave me and my lyrics alone. This is all I got. You know what I'm saying? This shit come from the mind. This shit come from the brain. It come from his experiences. But again, you know what I'm saying? Feds want to make it hard for you at every turn that you do. You know what I mean? I see a lot of my brothers come home, and they have a hard time. They come home, they happy and shit like that. You know what I mean? But society as a whole, they make it hard for them. And it's like, yo, what's up? Like, they pay their debts. You know what I mean? They pay their debts. Let them come and let them. I think they should be given like some kind of vouchers saying like, nah, you're gonna hire this fella. You understand what I'm saying? Like, until they proven otherwise that they can't be trusted with the job, because they just got a whole mandate on like, you a felon, you can't work here.
Right.
What type of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? And we know the government love taxes, right? Don't you want his tax dollars? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just sent a dud out into the world. Like, they, you know what I'm saying? Like, kid, you know what I'm saying? That's not cool. You understand? They need to create like some kind of voucher where they could be like, yo, you got a felony, but here, if you was, good in jail and you proved yourself, you earn your voucher when you come home, so you could work at, you know what I'm saying, maybe on Wall Street even, like, you know what I'm saying, just something like, you know what I mean, give motherfuckers the job to become great. You know what I mean?
Or even, and I could see a middle ground if they said something where it was like, okay, listen, and I'm just using this as a hypothetical. All right, BG, we gonna let you perform your old songs, because that's old, and you already, like, your old songs, you did a crime, the crime had to do with guns, you did your time for that crime. All right, your new music moving forward, let's try and stay away from the gun talk. That was a crime that got you here in the first place. Let's just stay away from that. I wonder if there's a way to do that. But then you gotta think about, if you're in the South, is like, he depending on what state he was in, does he have the right to have those firearms? It looks like he had illegal firearms, so that throws a monkey wrench in it. But I think there's gotta be a way to figure out when people are coming home from having done years of time, how do we help them to reintegrate back into society? Because we know, like, society in a year, you go away for a year and you come home and things change.
True.
I remember there was a time when certain people, they went to jail in New York when they used to have, you needed a token to get on the train. They come home and it's Metro cars and they don't even know what to do. Then they get arrested for hopping the train. They're like, yo, I really didn't know. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Nah, but you supposed to know not to hop over that turnstile. I don't give a fuck what form of payment is going on. You know it ain't paying when you jumping over that turnstile. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been going that long, right, thinking that shit is free. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what I mean in terms of the technology is moving at such a fast pace. The way in which society is evolving is moving at such a fast pace that you could potentially go home, like you could go to jail and the world looks one way, and you could come home from jail and it looks completely different, and you don't know how to maneuver. And and maybe there was a way that you might have been arrested, but you might have been a rapper, you might have been a producer, you might have been a DJ. You come home and that's a skill that you have, and that will allow you to be able to support yourself legally. Absolutely. We got to figure out ways to allow people to be able to get back to that.
Fuck it, you know what the nigga got to do? Just fucking rapping pig Latin. They won't understand what he's saying. They will understand what he's saying. Fuck it. Just rapping pig Latin, BG. Don't worry, we'll understand what you talking about. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's some crazy shit, yo. They just mining. Yo, not only is they mining people, mining BG's lyrics, but they also using that shit in court, right? Like, ain't they using that shit in court?
Yeah, I think I think Young Thug's lyrics is getting used in his case right now. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like didn't they use Mac 10 handles when P was going through his trial? Didn't they pull up one of P's? They pulled up one of his songs, I thought.
I'm not sure. I don't want to sit here and lie. I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
Where did you hear that from?
I feel like I don't want. God bless the dead. I don't want to say I heard it from P and I didn't hear it from P, but I feel I heard it from somebody, like, and it was one of those things where it was like, or maybe they didn't play it, but this was the direction they was going.
Uh-huh.
But this idea of using people's lyrics as a way,
as a weapon against them,
right? Weaponizing their lyrics.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper. But then they're using your own fucking sword against you, like they trying to kill you with your own lyrics.
Right. In a moment where they'll be quick to say that you're a successful entertainer until they need that entertainment to be something different than what the music is.
So like they want you to be pop or something. That's what you're saying. They want you to be pop. Like,
well, I think when it serves the purposes for you being a great entertainer, then it's cool. But then if it's a crime and they want either to make an example of you or they just want to be able to say, yo, you did this, they'll use those same lyrics that they were applauding you for as this great entertainer a year, 2, 5 years ago. They'll use those same lyrics against you to criminalize you.
That's pretty. That's funny. That's funny. I mean, do they do that to like movie directors and shit? Like, you know, take their movies and say, yo, you see this scene? That motherfucker was over there doing that. No, they don't do that. You understand what I'm saying?
So
I think they treat rappers horrible, man. They treat us like shit. You know what I mean? They like, so don't fuck up. You know what I mean? Don't fuck up out there, my fellow rappers, my fellow artists. Don't fuck up, cause they're gonna come for you. And they gonna go hard. You know, they gonna go hard. I mean, you know, look, they coming at the mayor.
Yeah. So this is the first time that a sitting mayor has ever been indicted. First time.
Look, I'm no historian. But I know enough to know that New York City has the most corrupt politicians in politic history. You know what I'm saying? In politics. You know, like dead ass. I mean, y'all could go and Google that if y'all don't believe me. New York City was probably the most corrupt political city. New York City. Like the mayor's office was crazy. You understand? I mean, y'all never seen the gangs in New York? That's a you know, that was real stories. You know what I mean? But it was nothing but those gangs. They was all fighting each other. You know what I mean? And you seen the politicians was just trying to get all the people's votes and blah blah blah. All of that started in New York. You know what I mean? I think whatever they're accusing Eric Adams of is light work. You know what I'm saying? It's like super walk in the park light work. They trying to say, yo, he took gifts, he did this, that, and the third. He was taking flights.
Right.
I mean, first of all, I heard that somebody can get them a flight. That's cool. That's not a problem. You know what I mean? And then, you know, when you in office, sometimes, you know, you might expedite something for people, because, you know what I'm saying, they, you know, you into the politics. I don't know the ramifications of it, but sometimes, you know, you speed up processes for people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, yo, these from here, like, let's get them over here real quick. Let's make.
There's an argument to be made that if something's going to benefit the city or the citizens of the city, you may want to expedite that process or figure out creative ways that you could help to facilitate things, because it's going to better the citizens in that area.